Good afternoon, everybody, on this gloomy day, but I think it'll turn into sunshine real quick here after our logo reveal. I want to welcome everybody, whether you're sadly away from Cypress Woods or if you're watching us virtually in Canada, Maine, Connecticut. Day, but I think it'll turn into sunshine real quick here after. Sorry for the confusion. Anyway, welcome to everybody. So we're going to take a walk down memory lane. We have so many new owners in our community, and I think it's important that everyone has knowledge of how we got here, where we came from, and where we want to go. The year is 1999, the birth of our beloved Florida sanctuary. A developer named Lee Greenborough had a vision to create a beautiful RV community from what was then scruffy, barren land and a squirrel preserve. Mr. Greenborough was financially backed by a group of men from Belgium, but concerningly, his ability to be financially responsible was lacking. So the investors arrived in Fort Myers, and they were called the Black Suits to address their concerns. And that very same evening, Mr. Greenborough died in his Welcome Center office. Enter the new developer, Avi Harpez, who steered the tumultuous course of Cypress Woods for the next 15 years. Now, lots were being developed in sections A and B, and pre-sale pricing was a mere $19,000 with only $1,000 down payment. Each lot had a modest concrete pad, one queen palm, and a lamppost. Sheds were later introduced when an owner employed a company called Ted's Sheds to bring in a 10 by 12 shed with an unfinished interior and one electric interior light. There was only a lake and no other amenities. Dues were $50, and the Welcome Center was the only clubhouse. There was the pool, and it was a gathering place. Now, the current day spa location was previously the mail office, and the Cypress room was actually a retail store selling Cypress Woods logoed items. The developer Harpez drafted the original HOA governing documents in 1999 that favorably supported and protected the developer. The first board of directors was appointed, but the 4-to-1 developer voting rights gave little power to this inaugural board of directors. Trouble started brewing, and the first founding owners were fighting for access to their lots and recorded deeds, which they were very slow in coming. A group of owners created what they called the $100 Club. It helped establish a legal fund to fight for what they had paid for. Finally, the deeds came, and owners were finally allowed to take residency on the lot or lots that they had purchased months prior. In 2003, C was under construction, but there were many infrastructure issues with the contractors. Payments were delayed. Some walked off the job, and there was a constant line of contractors going to Mr. Harpez's office in the Welcome Center. 2004 brought Section D with a lake, and the population was growing, but so was unrest, mistrust, and anger against the developer. The next 10 years, Cypress Woods took on a huge transformation with the addition and special assessment free of the town center, our second pool, our mail kiosk, tennis, and shuffle courts. But the success of this community was guided by the owners, who took on huge expenses to improve and beautify their lots with new hard surfaces, dramatic landscaping, accessory structures, and the most important thing, pride in ownership. The D Lake was dug, and interestingly, the dirt was taken to the construction site of what now is the Tice Fire Department near North Trail RV Center. The community became a mecca of resident chaired dinners, performances, events, and the stewardship of giving back to countless Lee County organizations, which continues on until this day. As the residents became more aware of the financial instability of the HOA funds and lack of reserves, a group formed in 2014 to remove the developer and become a self-governed HOA. It took an incredible effort that many residents personally funded for the legal expense, but in 2015, the Cypress Woods owners prevailed. The developer was out, and the owners were then in charge of the destiny of Cypress Woods. They had to purchase the Welcome Center for nearly $700,000, and we inherited a zero balance checking and reserve account. The squirrel logo legally needed to be removed and retired. It was temporarily replaced with the generic palm tree logo. Thus, when funds were available, the need to create a new logo that reflected the residents of Cypress Woods. Fast forward now to 2021. In just 6 short years of being self-governed, the leadership and the community have accomplished the restoration of our buildings, the lakes, the amenities, and grounds. We have become financially solid with a strong cash equity and 2 protected reserve accounts. Our final phase 5, or E, is soon to begin construction with the addition of 137 luxury lots in what will be known as Laguna Caribe. But we are not done. There are still inherited infrastructure issues that were created through substandard material and installations from the developer. You know, this is truly an amazing and a resilient and talented community. But I do want to recognize some of the current owners who were what I call the first founders, who have contributed so very much. These names symbolize perseverance and commitment. So as I recite these names, I'd like for you to picture them. The Andersons, the Bensons, the Bubanicheks, Carmelia, Comstock, Galinas, Gillette, LaPera, McCormick, Mercier, Orris, Place, Peters, Schreiner, Schatzel, Swank, Strano, Sterling, Washburn. So if you see these brave people on our streets, give them a big thank you. Cypress Woods is because of them and all the other residents after them that have given so much for so many. And that's the rest of the story. I'd like to explain to you how we came to the selection of employing Bowstern Marketing to go ahead and design our new logo, but it's more than just a design of a logo. Bowstern is a nationally known marketing company specializing in RV resorts. They know our business. They've also been employed by Laguna Caribe, our developer in E. So in July, the board accepted their bid of $3,800 to go ahead and begin the design and the marketing plan for Cypress Woods. It started out with doing a survey of not only owners, but renters and employees. We wanted information from these categories as to who are we, where did we come from, where do we want to go, and so we had this survey, and through that we presented to the graphic designer of Bow Stern, and they developed for us many different logos to choose from. The logos were presented to the logo committee, and they didn't just jump at one. I mean, they really studied what reflects Cypress Woods and the people that started us, who are here now and will carry us on into the next decade. You know, creating a new logo, number one, was legally required because we couldn't use the old squirrel logo. And we had a temporary one, as I said earlier, with just a palm tree. It was just to get us by till we had the funds to actually employ a professional company to go ahead and design something for us. But creating a new logo actually sets a brand, it sets an identity for us. It's a reflection of who and where we came from and where are we going. And it creates a unification. So without further ado, I would like to introduce Mr. Hal Miller, husband of Meg Miller, had to get that in. And he is our logo selection chairman, and he's got some interesting information to share with all of you.
Thank you very much, Deb. Okay. As Deb indicated, Val Stern was hired, and they did a lot of interviews with all these owners, renters, and staff about what Cypress Woods is all about. Primarily how we feel about it. Why did we buy here at this particular point in time? So that gave them a background to get a feel for it. Well, at this point in time, what I'd like to do is mention the logo committee put together. Besides me, there was Diane Leffler, Diane Woods, Linda Fry, and Bev Mangold. Now, we were the ones who basically looked at it and looked at all the iterations that came through. Val Stern provided us with probably a 6 or 8 different logos initially. So we bantered about, we put some together, we moved things apart, we changed some colors. We told them to go back and take a look at this particular logo image with the different colors. Well, they came back again with all this one image and all the colors. Well, we picked this one particular color because we liked it a lot. It's also similar to what we had. Okay, then we chose the particular logo, the image and the color. All of a sudden, we started looking around and said, you know, this particular image it's pretty common around here. It's not really unique. Also, the fact that we need something more interesting. From that particular standpoint, we sent them back again, Val Stern, and said, all right, come up with something that's classy, something that is unique as far as Cypress Woods is concerned. So they came back again, and there was 5 different ones to select. Well, at that point in time, the committee looked at one, and we were unanimously affected by this one logo and said yes. So we took that to the board of directors and primarily said, okay, this is what we recommend. And the board of directors gave their approval unanimously on this particular logo. Now, for no further ado, what I'd like to do to everyone is reveal what the next phase of Cypress Woods is going to be. Got it? Well, you're going to see it up on the screen pretty shortly. One of the things they did, as you see through this slide, is the fact that they gave us, there was a concern about printability. If you look at it, there was multicolors. Well, what about multicolor printability? Well, they came back and gave us 2 colors with the one color with shading. We came back with white images, with black images, with grayscale. So we have all different images in which to work with, which Balsador provided us. That's the black image at this point in time. One of the things that's going to happen now with this reveal is a lot of things have already been put into place. First of all, you'll see starting tomorrow, we've got brand new gate greeter vests with it. Okay, back to me. Sorry about that, Dave. All right, brand new gate greeter vests at this point, and with embroidered patches. Another thing is the fact that we've got new maps. What you're going to see if you come up to with the food trucks that's here at our table, you're going to see brand new maps. And this particular map, it looks like so. As you know, before, it's got the inside, and on the back, we've got a new map of the place. Those are available for you to pick up later. The staff have new shirts. The board of directors and staff also have name tags. Those name tags will be available soon. Claire LaPera will be here today for you to sign up for the new name tags. They're $15 a piece. She appreciates the cash. Welcome packets will have new labels on them. Stationery and business cards have been ordered and probably already are available. Name tags. The Welcome Center lobby. Behind Brittany, you see this big blank wall. Well, they're going to have a photo collage with our logo in the center. The other thing that's coming in the near future will be a prominent new entrance signage, which will include Laguna Caribe in it. It's going to be a major project, but it's something that needs to be done and worked with. Also, we have some promotional gifts, which everyone will receive. So check your CW, Cypress Woods mailbox over the next few days, and you're going to see a nice little pen and notepads. These two will be given out to everyone here in Cypress Woods. So those of you who are not here this season, fear not, we have plenty, so they'll be available for you next season as well. So at this particular point in time, I'd like to bring up the Logo Reveal Committee, composed of the Social Activities Committee, the Logo Committee, and the, what do we call it now? Refresh Committee. Yes, sorry. Refresh Committee. Fine, thank you. Music, yes. Thank you very much for attending. We'd like to see you at the food trucks because we'll have a table with the maps, some of the gifts that there, and name tag signups. So with that, we hope to see you soon at 4:30 at the food trucks. Thank you very much.